Hello, my name is Jasmine, I'm an illustrator, and today we're finally going to make the first illustration for chapter 1 of my medieval comic, Girl Night. I say finally because I've been working on this project for years, writing it and just overall developing it, so I am finally starting to draw the actual comic pages. This particular illustration for today is the cover of the first chapter. So every chapter is going to have a cover illustration with a very specific sort of format, at least I think it will. So today is mostly going to be about making that illustration and also just feeling for whether this format is going to work for the rest of the chapters. So it's a little combination of both, but anyhow, let's start with the drawing. I plan on digitally coloring it, so we really only need paper for drawing. So here are some of the thumbnails for the covers of the chapters. The one that we are going to focus on today is this one. And I'll show you what I'm referencing with these types of flowers. This is definitely like a thing in medieval illuminations, so that's what I want to refer to. Okay, so I really struggled to get the perspective right. What usually throws me off about perspective is figuring out where the vanishing points should be. Instead of wasting hours getting it wrong here, I decided to get the help of Clip Studio Paint's perspective ruler. Surprisingly, I wasn't too off from the correct perspective, so I'm glad to see I've improved, but I'm not quite there yet. Good morning! It is Monday. We're gonna finish this illustration today. I don't have day job to do. I've already walked Huck. I ate breakfast. Barely drinking coffee. And it's 9:30. So I'm having a slow start because I actually stayed up until 2 a.m. working on this. Why? I wasn't sleepy. Now that things are finally developing with my medieval comic, I'm so caught up in excitement in this project that I don't really feel like eating or sleeping or interacting with humans. I just want to work on this. So last night was a perfect example of how I am impervious to bodily needs. I am sleepy. It's hot and I wash my bangs, so. How am I feeling about this illustration? Really good. I honestly did not expect the middle illustration to come out this good. And by good, I mean that the perspective does not look wonky, because my perspective is always so terrible in my illustrations. But this is the first time I'm actually taking time to really think through what the perspective looks like. Pro tip here, take the time. It'll look better. All that is left to do is to draw this portion, this portion and the letter C here. It's supposed to be like an ornamental C letter. The rest of this box is supposed to be a title in a Gothic font. I would rather try to do it by hand. I do have some calligraphy books that I've bought from used bookstores, and I do have a calligraphy pen, so why not try to do it in person? Am I going to try it directly on this drawing? Absolutely not, but it'll be something that I'm going to try at least. But that's pretty much all that's left to do, and that is why I feel confident that this will be done today. A pitchfork is supposed to be drawn here, and so I looked up a few references for medieval pitchforks, and I was surprised to find that they were so rustic looking, because my idea of a typical pitchfork is the wooden handle with 3 metal spikes. Here, and a few other images that I found, it's just a stick with 2 more sticks on top. And that actually makes more sense in my comic, because Alice is going to use this kind of pitchfork during the duels. That's what I'm going to draw, but it is important to look at reference images first before drawing it to make sure that it looks cool. And that's pretty much it for this drawing. I'm really happy with how it came out, and I'm excited to show you how I end up coloring it in part 2. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so, and make sure that you've clicked on the bell button so that you get notified when part 2 comes out next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.